Tigers will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, it's Richard. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year.
Runs through, man. He might have some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play. So it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there. Because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. And you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Quick give. It's Richard. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Moving the pocket, it's Washington. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Looks as if he's going to run it. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. At the 30. The 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Indiana! They're on the board first here in the season opener. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Berry. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! He got a step and just dusted the field. The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. On the run, it's Richard. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these 2 top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This offense has it with really good field position. Drops back. It's Levin. They're all over him. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Keeps it on 1st down. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line really selling pass. That's step 1. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a 1st down.
They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the Reds.
And lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd and goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Washington. Takes a hit as he fires, and he avoids the sack.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
Second and long here. They'll go to the air. Right side, it's Marsh. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Trying to squeak through the pile.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
The Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Lets it fly. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Bringing it back. The 50. He's at the 30. He scampers out of bounds right at the 19-yard line, and man, are they set up. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've played one before we move on. Let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Tough run here. It's Sturrow. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. comes out ready to go. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. To the air, it's Washington. Moving out to the right. He'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Richard. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experienced depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback changing the play. Wants to throw on 3rd. Unloads in the nick of time.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit. Trying to get started. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah.
Throws toward the end zone. Caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Indiana.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
He'll bring it out. It's Berry. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. And that last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. To the air. It's Washington. Throws to the tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. The Hoosiers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback keeps it. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Needs it here on 4th down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Sells to run, looking to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that's a touchdown. He's in the end zone. He has got to be able to make that catch.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, it's Richard. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Berry. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Just a short pass to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
LSU will get a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Blasted as he lets it go. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. How about this for starting field position? First and goal from the 2. Going to the run, it's Martin. Swamped immediately.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Quarterback keeper. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal.
Hey, how about this defense, man? This could be a big stand. Forcing a third down, your offense just puts you in a bad spot, right? They throw an interception. They set them up in scoring position. Now you forced a third down. Limit the damage right here. Get to the quarterback and maybe make them kick a field goal.
Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Why not trying to get it in? Touchdown, Hoosiers! Put 6 on the board.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Coming out with it, it's Berry. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to Caden Durham. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. These corners going to give them some space. He'll heave it deep. It's complete. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in week 1. Let's first take a look at Georgia State taking on the number 14 team, the Virginia Cavaliers. And it's Georgia State able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Moves the pocket. It's Lemon. Needed a little more oomph to get it there.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Second and long here. The give to Caden Durham. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes the catch, and he's free. Inside the 50. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown LSU. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Still looking to his right. Right side, it's Wilson. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here, sends it downfield. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back to throw, it's Levitt. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throws to the wideout. Timed him perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He makes a catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Hits inside. It's Durham. He's got enough. All kinds of room to the right. The tag. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead with the 6. Trying to push the lead to a field goal with his two-point conversion attempt. They want to throw it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That's caught. It's Richard. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Gets the back moving. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking for a man. It's Washington. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And the Hoosiers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the end zone. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football.
Makes the grab in their space. He's at the 50. Spin, still running. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Finds his target. Still on his feet. Hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the touchdown, Indiana! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
To the air, it's Washington. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. Oh, the quick spin move. From deep, it's Barry. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll run the screen. Jukes his way for more. Got the first down with the throw, and he'll get more after taking that shot. It'll be a roughing penalty. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first. Under pressure. On the run, fires downfield. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Second down, gonna throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense got it. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running. And you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Just smothered on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a third and long. Looking to throw, it's Washington. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. They get through, and it's blocked. Scoop it up and going the other way.
And that is such a missed opportunity there for the offense. An opportunity to take the lead if they're able to cash in on that field goal. They just couldn't get it done.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Rush right in his face. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
You know what's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Got his man downfield. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Nearly another interception. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sets his feet. It's Clement. Unloads to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the fourth. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He gets a hand on it. They stop him short. A fourth down stop, and they'll have a chance to pull one out late.
You know, it's blocked field goals in moments like that are momentum changers. That could be the
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football and knocking it out and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. First play of this drive. Whip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense, because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
Making his first move. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Rush is on. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Another sack by this defense. But how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Leaping grab for a big gain. Brought down after the huge gain, gets this offense set up at the 27.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. Fresh set of downs going up top. And wings it incomplete.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
That is no good. And guys, they miss a chance to stretch the lead. It's still sitting on a 2.
And you wonder if mechanically something is off with this kicker. That's now his 2nd missed field goal of the day. And guys, we've got almost perfect conditions to kick the football. I'm not sure what's going on.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
This quarterback part of their running game. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Snapped on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Caden Durham again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Dropping back, it's Levin. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And he got it! Still a 1-score game, and they've got a little breathing room.
Way to bounce back, kicker. Obviously, this guy already had a kick block earlier in the game, and he answers by kicking a bomb through the uprights. Well done.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Out wide left, it's Marsh. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing?
And that's another great break on the football by that safety. He has seen the ball so well, reading the quarterback's eyes. It's almost like he knows where it's going. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to pick and choose throwing it near him. I might stay underneath more, outside 3rd of the field, but I'd be careful trying that guy.
Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Wilson. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice battle.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. He'll try to tack on one more. And with with the extra point. The lead is a dozen here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Sets his feet. It's Washington. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, I think at this situation in the game, trailing like they are with only a couple minutes to go, short throws aren't going to get it done. You're going to have to be a lot more aggressive and start taking chances if you want to give yourself a chance to win this game.
Caught, it's Becker. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll throw on third down. Fires downfield. Left side, it's Richard. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Marsh. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Stepping to the right. Gets rid of it. Caught. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line. Making the adjustment. Dropping back. It's Washington. Keeping his eyes downfield. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Takes it the other way. He's at the 50. The 30. He's at the 10. He takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them.